Why are you following me?
Thanks for the follow, my dude. Hello, hello, hello. Who wants to do when last we met our heroes?
All right, I'm on it. With Nellie missing and reports of a captured lycanthrope, we wasted no time in setting off to our duties. Chris and Lucius went one way to scope out a hint of where they might be taking Nellie, and Soap, Stitch, and Rick went another way to get a car. They had to steal one, and it was a comedy of errors. However, they were able to nab one rather quickly, but not without making it very obvious. We rendezvoused as near to a known choke point as we could manage, and caught up to the transport vehicle fairly quickly. A driver and a passenger in the truck were visible, along with at least 3 Denkacycle riders. Traffic was at a standstill, so most of the group exited the vehicle and approached on foot. Stitch dropped a sphere of darkness on the hood of the vehicle, and that's when all hell broke loose. As Keymaster at Soap's behest popped open the rear of the vehicle, Monty, in full croc form, roared out and proceeded to smash cycles and riders together. Chris went down in the fight and wasn't Chris anymore. Turns out he's been replaced by a changeling. Soap, Rick, and Stitch escaped on a Dinkacycle that Soap snatched, and we headed back to the clinic, fully expecting to meet up with Lucius and Monty. But Lucius never showed up. Monty made it just fine, though. Stitch sent a message to Lucius, but it was never received. We found Tancred chained to the wall in the basement.
That really was all we did last week, huh?
That's it.
Yeah.
A lot happened, but it was very concise.
To be fair, we spent like a good hour and a half plotting that heist.
Yeah, there was a lot of plotting that happened.
You know, our usual session.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want it to be the next day? I think this is like a next day thing, right?
That would make sense. We don't really have much to do aside from like getting Nadira up to date.
Okay. It is.
Well, I have preparations I'd like to make.
Okie doke.
Well, I will say that. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to message them to you.
Oh, right.
I'm going to message them to you, Zach, and also Robbie.
Cool. While you're doing
I will also indicate that Stitch did send a message to Nadira to meet up at 3 at the corner of 19th and Maidstone at the Davids. And that's where the out-of-game RP stopped. So I don't know if we need to finish that now or whatever the plan is here.
You guys can do that if you want, or we can just move on to the next day after I see what this DM is all about. I'll let you guys decide, since you're the ones with the agency at the moment. Other people are just kind of waiting to walk back on stage.
All right, then. If we're waiting to walk back on stage and you're waiting for a DM...
You're one of the people on stage. We're waiting for
the scene opens.
Lucius and Zoro's new character and Nadira to show back up.
Well, Nadira theoretically was waiting for them at 3 o'clock. Looking...
You guys met at the cafe or noodle shop or wherever it was you guys were meeting,
Well,
right?
Lucius isn't there. I didn't tell Soap the message. I don't know where Soap is right now.
I think Soap's off
Don't know where Chris is.
dealing with her own affairs at the moment.
I didn't tell Rick.
I think it's safe to assume that
So-
Rick knows anyway.
So are
Right.
you telling me that nobody showed up to meet Nadira? Is that what you're telling me?
No. Did you?
Oh god, Nadira's about to get black bagged.
Hang on.
You can just say bagged. Just because she's a dark elf doesn't mean you have to say that.
Rude. That's racist.
Oh my god.
To answer your question, Nadira shows up and there's nobody there.
Nadira is pissed.
God,
Like-
we are so fucking good at this teamwork thing.
God, how could they have managed to replace two of us with communications like this?
And after that, Nadira probably would have, like,
Roll perception.
me?
You.
Alright, I'm down.
Ah.
Hey.
So you
Okay.
catch me as I'm trying to sneak up behind you?
I'll turn around and be like, what in the world are you doing, Stitch?
Stay back.
Stay back.
Stay back.
Where is this
Listen.
happening? Where is this happening?
At the cafe.
Why?
Somewhere outside the David shop.
Okay. When? Okay, that's fine.
On the day of cinders, we were attacked by somebody. What did he smell like?
Pork?
Okay. You're who you say you are. Oh shit. Things have gone fucking pear-shaped. And then I proceed to let her know everything that I know about what's happened so far.
Cool.
That's all I wanted to get out of the way.
Nadira has now read when last we met our heroes.
Okay.
Okie doke. Chrysiopia has done her prep. It wasn't anything super big. We're gonna go to the next morning. It's 6 o'clock. Chrysiopia is probably at the crematorium or on her way to the clinic. I think it's safe to assume Stitch is playing with his sword. He's
The
practicing
broom
blade.
the broom that Lucius normally uses is just kind of sweeping itself, waiting for Lucius to come back.
It knows his touch.
Wait, why was Tancred chained up?
Why indeed?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I assume because it wasn't Lucius.
yeah. Did Stitch mention this to anyone else that he was chained up in there?
Rick
Me-
was there with me when we
Yeah.
discovered it.
Yeah.
I don't
What's,
remember if you were still there or not.
What's Rick doing?
If Soap had left the building.
Rick's showing up to the shop to see what the plan is.
I am not practicing the blade today. I am at the shop early, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Rick
Okay,
doesn't care how many people are changelings. These pamphlets got to get delivered somehow.
Listen, someone has to keep an eye on the big picture and warn people about big smithing.
Chrysiopia spent the night at the clinic. She is already there when you guys showed up, and you can kind of tell from the her expression that she did not meditate last night.
I'm gonna ask Soap the same question that I asked Nadira. We were attacked. What did he smell like?
When we were attacked, what did he smell like?
Yes. on the Day of Cinders. Our first memorable encounter together. We were attacked by a man. What did he smell like?
Smelled like ham sandwiches.
Right. Or who you say you are.
It was ham steaks, but I think you got the important part.
I want to
Well,
say
I mean, it was ham and
Right.
cigars, but
I love
Yeah, I mean,
I love how important a stupid fucking bit Jerry did 4 years ago is still in the game.
yes, it is relevant. It's freaking
Look.
relevant, though.
Look, Zach. Like the whole draw of this camp of like this setting for me is knowing that we might do something stupid and it's gonna be an important fucking plot at some point in the future.
Hell yeah.
Like your daughter and her friends are gonna run into fucking
Oh
Vito
yeah. Oh,
somewhere.
definitely, yeah. I'm just
Maybe
waiting, man.
Snarn.
Like 6 years? It's all happening, my dude. If that.
Hell yeah.
yeah, and
Nick-
Chrysopia also turns to Rick and eyes him up and down warily, and she cocks her head and asks him, "What angle did the great houses make on that same night?"
I don't know if you want to change this because Rick wasn't with you on that night.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
you're
yeah.
Rick's a crazy homeless man.
yeah. What? Let's just pretend that she asked what was it on the night of the lab? 'Cause, I made that mistake, but Chrysopia wouldn't have.
Yes, that's why. It was a golden ratio.
Chrysopia breathes a sigh of relief.
I like how Stitch just didn't bother to question Rick at all.
I
yeah.
was trying to figure out something that would work, but I mean, like, you were my next target, and I let Soap take it. So
Honestly, I think even the most professional body snatcher would have one hell of a time matching Rick's paranoia.
yes, I was less concerned about that because you are just as shifty as ever.
Nadira comes in, probably fashionably late, looking
I've already
worn to shit.
vetted her. She's fine.
All right. You all notice also that in the desk where at the front desk where Nellie usually sits, there is a figure that is in like black robes and is wearing a plague doctor mask and gloves, and
Fair
it is
enough.
just sitting there motionless. It's looking down at some papers, but doesn't appear to be doing anything.
Who what the fuck is this?
I enlisted some help.
In light of the current circumstances, is that wise?
Soap,
Is-
please tell
does
me
this-
that person underneath that mask is not dead.
Yeah.
I will neither confirm nor deny. We are in a situation in which we have a dearth of trustworthy allies. It is wise in that
You-
situation to acquire more.
You commit a heist and then employ undead people. What sense does that make?
Chrysopia just gives you like a baffled look. It just is this the first time you're becoming aware of how I operate? Where was this energy coming from when I was riding around on an undead horse?
Yes, but it wasn't ever at the front face of what we are.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's covered head to toe, and if necessary, I can get some lead lining for its outfit.
Huh.
It's only temporary anyway.
How does it smell?
Through the gaping
It's
pit where it used to have a nose.
so I got it from she got it from the crematorium. So it is as fresh as you can, like it's literally fresh out of the fridges that have gentle repose on them.
Which means
So
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
start
start stinking
stinking
in just a
quick.
few minutes.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I would have
lovely.
my preference would have been for a skeleton, but I didn't have time to flay it.
I mean, you just turn the fuck
Just turn the flames
fires
down.
on
Yeah.
half. Turn the flames down.
Are you kidding me? You can't just broil the flesh off. You have to flay it by hand. It's the only way to get it properly. There's an art to this, you know.
Cruciopea has clearly never had meat that fell off the bone.
You turn the heat up far enough, it's just gonna be people soup, right? It's fine.
Yes, of course. If you want to weaken the structure of the bones, sure. If you want an undead minion that's going to crumble to dust the first time it gets hit,
I mean,
Don't most healers do that?
that is my experience with skeletons.
So, you guys commit essentially attacking mage knights in broad daylight.
we were not caught.
And then you sure? We've had mage knights suspicious of us before.
Was anyone exposed during that entire thing?
I mean, Rick was Rick, but Rick's
In fact, went up and fought another cop and then walked away.
yeah, Rick was Rick. Chris was Chris.
Actually,
He
Chris
wasn't.
specifically wasn't.
Yeah.
And Lucius was Lucius, I believe. I don't think either of you were wearing masks.
No, but I was also in the car for the majority of that fight.
Yeah, you were in the car, so you probably weren't like super spotted. Chris was definitely spotted. So they're gonna be out looking for Chris. Hope they don't find him. And
I think it unlikely.
and I don't think anyone saw Cruciopea, plus she was wearing her mask, so that doesn't really matter anyways.
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
I'm
but-
easy to overlook. So, and I spent a lot of the time in a black bubble.
Yeah, you spent pretty much the whole fight in darkness, so you're good.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I think it's really
not to
just
be
Chris that kind of gave it away.
yeah, who has been interviewed by a mage knight before and was highly suspicious,
Yes.
and that
Well-
will lead directly to this.
Let's just hope they don't compare notes.
It will lead, if anything, it will lead directly to Chris. I mean, do you investigate? I mean, if an employee of the local, I don't know, noodle shop were discovered to be part of an armored car heist, would you immediately investigate the noodle shop?
If it was the last place he was known to hang out.
I would specifically look into his known associates, yes.
Yeah.
Ah. Police work is rather more thorough in these days, isn't it?
I was wondering if
Yes.
you're gonna go that route.
Yeah. Yeah. Cruciopea remembers. I found a puddle of the assailant's blood. Gross. Now back to my hunch.
Yeah. Yep. Well, the Inquisitors back in my day, you really just had to not be there.
Who's the poorest person I can blame this on?
Yeah.
Oh, we're so screwed.
We'll be fine. We were as discreet as we possibly could be.
You keep saying that, and things seem to get progressively worse.
Chrysopia just shrugs. What can I say? We You are doing what you feel is right. Eventually, someone's going to notice.
Okay, so what are we doing about Chris and Lucius being changelings?
Well, technically, Lucius was already a changeling.
You know exactly what I mean, Soap.
Yes, I was just. Anyway,
Did you just actually her?
no, I had a point to bringing it up. Lucius.
Yeah, I heard the actually,
No,
asshole.
I had a point to bring it up. Look, when we were hired by the Arathi in order to attack the lab, I asked Lucius what his loyalties were, and he refused to answer me.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
I am pointing out that, yes, he seems to have been replaced at some point. I believe that Lucius is the reason they were able to so easily pull off this subterfuge.
Why would you? I have a hard time believing Lucius would willingly go along with any plan that ends with his brother chained to a wall.
I am inclined to agree with Rick 100% here.
Yeah.
He's fanatic about that thing in the basement.
Lucius wasn't here.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was replaced.
Yes, and that's what his replacement did.
If Lucius was a willing participant, why wouldn't he have taken his brother?
I don't know. But
I
why
mean-
else would the Arathi target us?
For giggles?
They didn't harm you.
They kidnapped our secretary and one of our enforcers.
Wait, their whole the Arathi's like whole big theming thing is like a carnival, play acting, stuff like that, right?
They're entertainers, yes.
They're entertainers.
Well, rather,
Could
the Arathi is a boogeyman organization that doesn't officially exist,
They masquerade as entertainers.
but they
Yes,
masquerade
and
as
could-
entertainers.
could the group that masquerades as entertainers, and more specifically playwrights, have been interested in, say, the magical screenplay we found that Chris read from? Could that be why they'd suddenly care about our clinic?
Can I potentially make a history check to try to make that connection?
Go for it.
Tell me about this magical screenplay. What?
The book was called The Queen in Amber.
Mhm.
Yes.
I recognize that
Motherfucker.
it
Well,
was
that bodes well for the session.
Praise Kanzi.
reference to an old Queen of the Fae, and the book not the book, the words themselves seemed to be magic. Chris read some of it, and then last I saw of the book, Lucius had it, and he left with Chris.
Yeah, you're
So,
coming up with a big
wait.
goose egg there, Christopia.
These changelings, you let them go?
They escaped us before we figured out who they were. One of them died in the battle, and the one that was impersonating Lucius left while we were waiting for a rendezvous. I don't know I still haven't quite figured out the timeline.
Well,
I don't know when. We don't know when they were replaced. It's possible that it had something to do with the book. Frankly, I'm not sure there's any particular connection between this so-called Queen in Amber and the Arathi. I can't think of any
well,
possible.
do we know where the Irathi may be? We have two
Chris
missing friends we need to find.
Chrysopia just gives you like a wild look and just. Do we know where they? Most people are not even entirely certain if they exist. They're ghosts. It, even, frankly, even if we had
The only reason this group knows about them is because Lucius was a changeling, and they literally came to us for work.
yeah, I mean, Chrysopia was sort of familiar with them, but I even if we knew anything, any possible lead on where to start looking, they have it. They are quite a large organization. It's quite likely that they have bases and hideouts all over the city, and
Well,
given their penchant for trickery, it's almost impossible to trust any sort of lead we would be able to acquire. And if we did,
then what are
frankly,
you suggesting we do, Soap? Leave our friends?
There was a loud clanging noise from the basement as you can hear Tancred like really hauling off on his restraints, and he is repeatedly moaning. He's like moan shouting. He's like, "Brother, brother," and he's like slamming on his restraints.
Jeez.
The
Rick
front
has
door
been,
Shake my
opens.
head.
Rick has been doing something down there.
The front door opens, and Lucius walks in as though nothing has happened.
How does Lucius look?
Lucius looks exactly the way he did when you guys last saw him.
Lucius,
Uh,
I didn't roll that by accident.
You just rolled initiative. What do you want to do?
See
Wait.
if his roll is higher.
Okay,
I draw my sword.
I'm just gonna. Do you give me an insight check?
Who?
Stitch. Before you do that,
Ooh,
22.
Nice.
oh, he's trained in it. Holy hell!
you just as you put a hand on your sword, you catch Chrysopy out of the corner of your eye, and she looks at Lucius, and she looks completely nonplussed. She looks, if anything, bored to see him. And as soon as he enters, she goes, "Oh, my goodness, Lucius, you've been gone for ages. What happened?" And as he is facing them, you see uh, the recruit in the desk get up and start walking towards Lucius. And I'm going to have that zombie make a stealth check.
I mean, okay, it has a 6 dex, I think. So good luck.
Yeah, it can try.
Also, it's gonna need to make an initiative check.
Sure, that's fine.
And I guess Lucius should make his initiative check if things are gonna go all kinds of wacky tobacco.
That is my initiative. Fuck. And here's for the zombie. I don't know what its initiative modifier is. I have to look it
I
up.
think it's like -2.
Let me look.
Well, if it's got a 6 dex, that would be -2.
I think Nadira would be just completely baffled.
God damn it. Okay, I don't have the books loaded for some goddamn reason.
Oh, did it unload all of them on YouTube? It did that to me
Yes.
like 2 sessions ago.
How do I reload them again?
Go to modules, just reload them.
I don't have modules.
Should be under library modules.
I'm just
I
going to
have the
roll.
other UI.
I don't know where it is in the other UI. Yeah, 6 decks, initiative -2.
Modules, there we go.
I'm just gonna roll that because everybody else in this instance has rolled initiative.
Hey, Rick and Tancred haven't rolled initiative yet.
Rick and Tancred are downstairs.
Speaking of, can I try animal handling to soothe Tancred like a horse?
No, it has to be diplomacy or persuasion rather.
Oh, persuasion.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm sure this won't go poorly.
12. It does not.
Kaylin, I really fucking appreciate that your die are black and the face are black, so we have no fucking idea what it says until it shows up on the tracker.
So Stitch, you do get to draw your sword.
Yeah. I draw my sword.
Talking is a free action.
Keep your hands where we can see them. And you know what? I wait till he steps a few steps into the door, and then I say this, and sidle around to get between him and the door.
Okay, its initiative is 10.
I'm assuming I hear the banging from downstairs, yeah?
It's unmissable.
Ah, gotcha. Lucius looks towards the stairwell and just seems like he does not give a single fuck what's going on upstairs right now. And he's just like, I'm sure we can discuss this later. I need to go see to my brother.
Do you take like a ready action against him, or are you just gonna let him go downstairs?
I am going to grapple him. I'm going to.
Oh, you're gonna run up and try to grab him?
Yeah, I'm going to hold him.
Can Nadira intercept?
You're staying right here.
What's your initiative?
21. Right after Stitch.
Well, technically, you've got a higher initiative than I do. She's got a 21. I've got 17. So.
Oh, that was an insight. Oops, my bad. I thought that 22 was your
Oh, that's
initiative.
initiative. You got a
Yeah,
21.
no, you
INIT's
got a
initiative.
21.
You just
No,
weren't in the
no, no.
combat tracker because you weren't here last week.
No, she's got a 21 initiative, which is technically 22. I've got a 17 initiative, which is technically 18.
Yeah,
My
Oh, okay.
insight is 22.
I see.
if
Yep.
you're scrolling up from the bottom, the first roll you see from Stitch is his insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, she probably would have just like waited until this point anyway.
Yeah.
But
You probably would have
You
just been
could-
watching.
Yeah.
mhm.
She could
But-
if she wanted to like take a ready action to step between you two if you look like you're gonna attack.
Yeah. And she would step between them. And I'm going to look at Stitch and I'm going to be like, why are you raising your sword to a friend? Ask him the same question you asked me. It's that simple.
Listen, the last time you took care of your brother, you chained him up to a wall and left him there. On the day of cinders, we were attacked by a man. What did he smell like?
Ham steaks and cigars.
Okay.
I'd remember it till the day I die. He dropped an orb of shadow on us and punched me a couple times.
What the fuck happened to you? Where have you been?
I don't
was
think that's as important as it is him going downstairs and calming Tancred, who sounds like he's about to break the wall down.
The floor shakes a little bit with every like bang.
I'm still going to keep my sword half drawn, and I'm going to let you go down the stairs first, and I'm following you.
fair. Again,
Nidiro will also follow.
Yeah.
Lucius, looking nonplussed about this, goes right downstairs. When he sees Tancred chained to the wall, you might see something like you might see his eyes like. What's a good way to put this? Like you see him tense up a little bit, and then like he takes a breath to calm himself, and then he just walks up and is like, Tancred, I'm here. It's me, it's Lucius.
Wait, he takes a breath. I run him through. Is it? Yeah.
I assume that was just a gaffe on Joe's
No,
part.
he took a breath.
No, he took a breath.
Oh. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're still in initiative, technically.
I guess roll the hit.
I can't yet because my action was following him down the stairs. I'm assuming that's more than. I don't know how far it is, but
I'm assuming he wasn't sprinting, so you can like move, ready action, move, ready action.
okay.
You don't have to dash to keep up with him.
Yeah, I'm going to unarmed attack and try to grapple,
Okay.
which is
Grapple
Next.
or run him through?
Perfect. Directly in front of Tancred, who's very calm at the moment.
I think he's imagining
Yeah.
something like a grab sword to the throat kind of deal.
yeah, something like that. So
Can I
since
use
I don't
my
have any unarmed set up, that's just straight strength, right?
You're proficient with your unarmed attack.
Can I
Okay.
use luck to impose disadvantage?
It's your luck, not his.
That is one. No, that is one of the uses of the luck.
Yeah,
On a roll
when a
against
creature
her.
rolls a d20 for an attack. Oh, yes, it is against me. Never mind. Oops. Damn.
I stand corrected.
Why are we attacking our friends, people?
Because Lucius doesn't
Uh,
breathe. I think that's a
Yeah,
snatch.
Lucius doesn't breathe.
I think
Yes,
they
it is.
snatched him.
He got me on the die.
Wow.
Okay,
You-
is Lucius' body warm?
It's hard to tell through like your scales and your armor immediately, but like, yeah, there's a bit of warmth to him.
Okay.
Lucius has just been cosplaying undead the entire time.
Maybe he has been. I don't know. Yeah, so you're being kobold handled by somebody twice half your size. And I do like drag you over to a chair and force you to sit down. You can calm your brother if that's what you say, if that's what he actually is to you. But you do not.
You get a very hard look for that sentence.
Good God, Stitch.
Listen, Lucius is dead. Or undead. He doesn't need to breathe. He doesn't have body temperature.
And
This
I'll be
thing-
happy to explain to you what happened after I calm my brother down and get him down from the wall.
You already know that this is the real Lucius. He
Or a
answered your
well-informed
correction.
one.
No. For all we know,
Okay.
the real Lucius could have told him everything that he knows about himself.
Okay, Lucius. What feeling did you have when we had a discussion out in the gardens?
I was angry at first, and then having heard what happened in your explanation, I calmed down and I realized you and I share more in common than I thought.
That's Lucius.
Chrysopia is just she's pinching the bridge of her nose. It doesn't matter what information we try to get from him. If he was if his loyalties were compromised, he could have given them any amount of information.
Or you can let him calm his brother down and
He can do
hear
he
him
can
out.
he can do whatever he likes. I'm simply pointing out the error in your logic.
There's
I'm with Soap on this one.
error in my logic. He's answered our questions correctly so far. Why not give him the benefit of the doubt?
You want to give it regardless.
If this was a plan to harm or attack us, we'd already be black bagged.
That's not how they operate. They
That's
bide
exactly how they operate.
No. No, I mean they
Oh no, Lucius said that in character.
they would it's entirely possible that they are simply biding their time until to lull us into a false sense of security.
Oh no, they
Why?
have the power to kill everyone in this room if they wanted to.
Hold on. People feel a sense of security?
Not at the moment, no.
Then why don't we let him? Yeah, why don't we let him go before Tancred decides to reenact the children's visit on us?
Stitch, let him go.
Like how persuasive that was.
A convincing argument.
Soap was about to tell him to let him go anyways. Her argument was not that we should stop him from comforting Tancred. Her argument was that we can't necessarily trust that's Lucius.
Can't trust him any further than I can throw him, which I can throw him pretty far, but I
Yeah,
trust
you can
him
throw
less.
you can throw him all the way to Tancred, so you can trust him there. Now let him go help Tancred.
He's outnumbered in this room. If he tries anything, it's not going to be successful.
That's why I'm letting him comfort Tancred. You got a lot of fucking talking.
Cool. Lucius stands up and goes to comfort Tancred.
What's that look like?
He walks up and like he like puts a hand on Tancred's shoulder, which is a bit of a stretch considering Tancred's like 7 feet tall and currently chained to a wall. And he's just like, brother, it's me, it's Lucius. You remember, right? Walking through Harold's tour, seeing the plays. Come on, you remember me, right?
Brother.
Yeah, there we go, Tancred, it's me. Remember, we spent so much time together. It's you and me against the world, buddy. Where's the keys? Someone get him off of this wall.
I was looking for the keys. I couldn't find them. This place got fucking destroyed by whoever managed to get Tancred against that wall.
I'm going to come over and attempt to pick the locks.
Go for it.
I didn't even know we had manacles down here.
Oh yeah, you pop those real easy.
As soon as like Tancred comes down off of the wall, like Lucius like grabs him and like a big a hug as he can possibly manage.
Big hug.
Roll
Seems
to grapple.
After a second, he steps back and like kind of puts a hand up on Tancred's face, and he's like, "I found a cure, brother. You'll be yourself in no time, I promise."
Lucius found a cure for death?
I
That's
mean,
cool.
the last you knew he was a walking corpse, and Stitch just said you guys watched him breathe, and Stitch said he was warm.
Why don't you, if you are
Start
in fact
talking.
Lucius, explain what it is that has happened in the time that has elapsed since we last saw you?
Lucius seems like a little absorbed in like reuniting with his brother at the moment, and then like he turns and looks over his shoulder. And he's like, oh, right, and like he gently pats Tancred on the cheek, and he's just like, "Go on, Tancred, go over there, work on your painting. You were getting so good at it the last time I saw." And then just Tancred's just like, "Tancred, paint," and he kind of lumbers over to the easel. Lucius then dusts himself off, and turns to the group, and is like, "Well, uh, the last time I was here, I had been downstairs working on Tancred, trying to figure out what was making him go berserk. I had gone upstairs to take a quick break, get some fresh air, or as much as I could as what in my previous state. Uh, I stepped outside. A stranger walked up, offered me a smoke. I said no, and then suddenly I was in a stage in Harold's Tour.
Ah,
And
I understand what happened now. Lucius fell asleep.
and
I thought
what
it.
happened?
I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird at first, and then Mother approached me and said that she had she felt bad about my condition, about my plight, and she was looking for a way to heal me, to make me what I was again. And she did. I I'm alive. And then to prove his point, uh, he you watch as his body shifts away from like the corpse like look that he had before into like what he looked like when he was a changeling, the way C.H.A.M.P would know him, as opposed to like what everyone else here knows him as.
It's honestly not that different. Changelings are already kind of corpsey.
I think
It's
yeah,
mostly to show off that he can change shape again.
yeah,
It's subtle.
yeah. I think that does get an eyebrow raise from Chrysopeia. I think the fact that like factual evidence is not particularly convincing because she's convinced that they can like copy any amount of information if they have time. But for him to perfectly copy the way that he looked prior to his botched surgery, that it gets a reaction out of Chrysopeia.
So then, was that really you at the with Monty?
We found Monty again?
Yeah,
How's he doing? I was worried about him.
we sprung him out
Stitch.
of prison, and
How
What?
about we try cutting out the middleman?
Wait, Lucius.
Lucius, did you help teach me any medicine?
Lucius looks confused and kind of offended at the idea, because he knows how paranoid Rick is. Like,
well, it's
like-
obvious Lucius was missing, so we're trying to figure out from what point on.
I believe that the changeling who was impersonating Lucius was already in place at the time that we were investigating Nellie's apartment. If you recall, that quote unquote Lucius made a particular point of made a particular point of isolating himself together with Chris immediately before Chris was snatched.
At the mention of Chris's name, you notice Lucius gets really somber.
Speaking of which, where is Chris? Chris, the changeling who replaced him, was killed in the battle. That was what tipped us off originally.
He
That
wasn't
changeling's not
killed.
dead. That changeling's still running around. They got knocked out, and he rolled a Chris 20.
He
Yes.
committed to
The
the bit.
players know that.
Oh, okay.
Oh
yeah.
We, the
no,
players, know
Lucius. No, Lucius flat out tells you that that changeling isn't dead.
So you do know.
Where is Chris, Lucius?
And Nellie.
Lucius gets really, really quiet, and then he's just like, Chris is gone.
What do you
Nellie
mean?
is trying to recover from that loss.
What do you mean, gone?
The artifact that Mother used to restore me back to what I truly saw myself as was also used on Chris, and it made him see the truth. And it didn't end as well as it did for me.
You're saying
Killed him?
the What artifact are you referring to?
The Mask of Truth. It's an artifact the Arathi have had for a while. It lets you see what you truly are.
Can I do like a history check to sort of cross-reference that to see if I have any familiarity with this artifact?
Sure can. You can also make an Arcana check if you'd rather.
Okay, I would. I have expertise in that. Oh!
Ooh!
That was almost another one.
Yeah, you know about it. It's even like pre-Sundering, it was like a mythical, legendary thing. Like it was spoken of in great tales and epic poems. But that it not only survived the Sundering, but is like actually in play in the city is wild. It'd be like if somebody showed up and like had Santa's sack of toys.
Yeah, it's just like it's like you look across the cubicle and you're at work and like somebody's drinking from the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
You're saying that Mother has the Mask of Truth.
Veritas.
Not just any Mask of Truth, the Mask of Truth.
Yeah. The Mask of Veritas, but yes. Yes, it was recovered for them by some gangster in the Silver Forest, the Crimson Foot, the Maroon Finger, something like that.
Well, that's true. That is deeply concerning. It's a very potent and volatile artifact. Are you saying that they put it on you?
Yes.
Willingly?
You have to take it willingly. You have to be willing to see the truth.
And you're saying that this form, that is your truth?
Yes. I've always been a changeling. I've always prided myself on being a changeling. It's why coming back affected me so, because I couldn't be who I am. The mask showed me what I really am.
And it showed Chris what?
Hey DM,
Yeah,
stretching the limits of the changeling like
fucking do it.
shape changing ability.
Fucking do it.
Okay, okay, I'm so glad.
Okay,
I I can show you what it showed Chris, but you're not going to like it.
try me.
Okay. Lucius takes a few deep breaths, and then his form begins to change into, "Hey, Chris, would you like to explain what we saw last week?"
Sure. So, as you guys watch, Lucius's form uh begins to shift and morph. It initially takes on the look of the Dragonborn you would all recognize, but then it becomes wrong. Fur starts to sprout from under the scales. The arm he had just had replaced, the brass filigree that made up it, begins to spread along Lucius's body. Um, it becomes engorged and disformed, similar to the way that KR-22's body was. And the form itself never really settles beyond what Lucius would have it settle. It I'm I'm not going to be able to describe it very well,
Yeah.
but like it is very clearly monstrous
Yeah.
and begins to grow grotesque at some point.
I think I described it as the failed attempt to transmute Edward and Alphonse's mother at the start of Full Metal Alchemist.
That's what it was, yes.
Yeah, like the rib cage is inside out, the head is upside down, the fingers are too long.
Chrysopia, her expression doesn't budge an inch.
Nadira is completely mortified. And she's kind of got her hand over her mouth. And you can see the
Holy
beginning of
fuck!
tears.
Jesus Christ, Rick.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, give her some breathing room.
After like, yes, also praise Consi.
Praise God.
After a few like, we'll say like 10 seconds in this form, Lucius starts to shift back. He ends up back in like the form you saw him as before, but he quickly drops to his hands and knees. He starts coughing, he's sweating profusely, and then he starts vomiting onto the floor.
Organs are supposed to stay inside.
It turns out there's a reason why changelings don't do forms like that.
Yes.
The Mask of Veritas is the exact specification of its effect has never been properly documented. Arcanists throughout history have attempted to identify exactly what truth in the sense of one's identity is. No one's been able to pin it down.
Lucius coughs a bit more, spits out what's left in his mouth, and just kind of stands up and wipes his lips, and he's just like, it shows you the truth of what you think you are. I thought myself a changeling, so it turned me back into a changeling, and it turned Chris into that.
Oh, Chris.
Chrysopia just. The last conversation that I had with Chris, I informed him that he would not be able to leave Bastion. If he did, the Drakenweave would no longer be able to disconnect him from the mad demon that created his race. Imagine that he was in a rather emotionally turbulent state when that mask was applied to him.
Well, Lucius would get mad, but with that religion check, he understands completely.
Yeah, no, you're like, oh yeah, no, Yagna would have fucked him up.
I'm sorry. I wish that there was
Oof.
something I could have said to him. I know.
The last thing he told me before putting the mask on was to get Nellie out of the city.
Do you know where she is?
Do I know where she is, DM?
She said she had to go pick something up from her apartment.
She said she had to go pick something up at her apartment. I left a little earlier than she did. She was still recovering from what happened to Chris.
Where's Chris's body?
There isn't a body.
That
She
the mask
When-
shouldn't have killed him.
No, it didn't. Mother did, as a mercy.
and there should be a body.
She incinerated him. There is nothing but ash.
Why was Mother so intent? You, I understand. You are one of her children. I can understand why she would want to attempt to cure your condition. What business did she have with Nellie and Chris?
They read the book.
The Queen and Amber?
Yes. Nellie was a gibbering wreck before she put on the mask, and Chris was quickly approaching it.
I suppose that's possible.
Nellie read half the book before she finally got it away and was basically a mess. Chris read a single page, and in the span of 2 days, I think it was 2 days, right?
If that.
Yeah. Well, in the span of like a day or so, was quickly approaching, scratching at the walls, talking to voices only he could hear.
And you're saying that this cockamamie plot to kidnap and impersonate them, it was merely an attempt to contain this book.
Yes.
Do you know where the book is?
It's with Mother.
Hmm.
A changeling, one of my
Okay.
brothers walked in wearing my face, handed it to her. It was wrapped in bandages.
Yes, that does align with what I had experienced. While we were investigating the apartment and first found the book, the changeling that was impersonating you made a deliberate point of being the one to walk away with it. I
Off in the corner, you notice Tancred has managed to start painting like it's very, very rough, but you can make out a very tall stick figure that must be Tancred, and he's standing next to a shorter stick figure that it looks like he's tried to roughly draw scales on it, but one of its arms is like made of metal, or what you can guess is metal.
Oh no.
Nadira is going to turn around and leave.
At this point, it's like 8 in the morning. Nadira, you head upstairs, standing at the door, kind of like peeking in with like both hands on his eyes, trying to like see inside. You guys never like flipped the sign to open, so you're just like out there wondering when you guys are gonna like actually start doing stuff. Is a pair of dwarves. One of them is dressed in like a miner's uniform, and the other is wearing like a suit. But the suit does appear to have like a decent amount of like dust and soot around the cuffs. Like he's done some work wearing the suit.
Okay, when I see that, I think I'm gonna call down the stairs. Hey guys, we've got visitors.
Well, I'll come upstairs.
And I am going to flip the sign to open the door, and let them in. But then, once they get let in, I'm walking out the door.
The moment you open the door, the dwarf in a suit like snatches your hand in like his big meaty
Oh, Lord.
paws, and he just like shakes it violently, and he goes, "The name's Torrent Holderheck. It's nice to meet ya." He's like just shaking your whole body.
Oh, good Lord. Nadira, nice to meet you. And she's like bouncing.
I was waiting for that response, Kaylin.
He's still shaking you. He's like,
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
he's like,
Okay, you can stop. It's
who-
alright.
"Who did I speak to find the head of this establishment?"
There's no real head. We're kind of a group.
Well, then who's the head of the group?
If I mean, okay. If conceivably you could say that Lucius is the head of the clinic.
Still shaking Nadira.
I mean, Lucius!
After like a second or so, Lucius comes up the stairs, and he approaches her like, yes, how can I help you?
He goes,
Cri-
hello, lad. He grabs you by one hand, like, and just again wraps your hand in his big meaty paws and starts shaking you violently. And he goes, "Nice to meet you. My name's Tolan Holderheck."
Good to meet you too. I'm Lucius of Two Lives, so come in.
I think are you the captain of this establishment?
Yeah, I guess you could say so.
Yes, fantastic. He stops shaking you. He like pulls you in close and like claps you hard on the back. It's like being hit by a frying pan.
The Donald Trump handshake.
Yep. And as he does after he does this, he kind of like rotates to like stand next to you while still holding onto your hand. And he kind of gestures towards the other dwarf. He goes, "This here is a cousin of mine."
I will nod my head in greeting to everyone. A bit less boisterous at the moment, anyway.
"Don't be shy, Altamir. Introduce yourself."
Fine. I'm Itamir Holderheck. I work out in the debris field.
Hey, I work out too.
Don't be modest, Eltamir. Eltamir is my new head of medicine for Holderheck's new C.H.A.M.P venture. Only problem is the man doesn't know his arm from his arse. I heard you folks were starting up a clinic, teaching folks.
Chrysopia, who had sort of followed up after Lucius, just, yes, I am. Well, it's rather unofficial, but I run a small study group with a few prospective medical students.
Fantastic!
Lucius is just gonna very slowly discreetly pull a trank from his medical kit and start slowly sidestepping towards Rick.
Torn does because we're the cheapest, aren't we?
Like as you start to pull away, Torn yanks you back in. He doesn't even seem aware that he's doing it. He just yanks you back in.
Torrens come to us because we're the cheapest, right?
No. You guys are fairly close to the Skydocks, and so your reputation is starting to grow. So some folks in the Skydocks would be like, hey, there's some folks teaching practical medicine, first aid and shit, and I know a guy that knows a guy who's talking about it.
And they cured Nubemiunu.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes. If he, we can certainly. I can certainly start him in the beginner first aid classes. It's on the 1st and 3rd of the month.
No. See, that isn't going to do, lass. Clan Holderheck needs a real sawbones. We got men who can tie a bandage and do a tourniquet, set a bone. We need someone who can really cure what ails me boys.
Oh, does he have any prior education?
No.
Gotta admire that dwarven honesty.
But he's the brightest lad on the rock.
I'm sure he is. You just to be clear, you do understand that this sort of education will take potentially years.
Years I got. What I don't have is a doctor.
Fair enough. Well, yes, we ourselves are doing everything we can to try to increase the stock of capable physicians. It's there's quite a dearth of them in the city at the moment, so I would be happy to teach him.
Fantastic. I'm willing to offer you lot 4,000 gold for tuition.
4,000 gold will do quite nicely.
Fantastic. I do have something of another ask.
Please.
Well, the reason Clan Holderheck has just started up a medical facility for C.H.A.M.P is, well, we are in dire need of one. As in, are you lot for hire beyond educational purposes?
Sorry, what exactly did he ask?
We don't mind lending a hand now and then.
Fantastic. When's the earliest you can get off the rock?
Sorry, you want us to take a...
Yes, out in the debris field.
They're hiring us as their medical crew.
This clearly, you see Chrysopia's eye twitch.
I thought we could literally hear the dollar signs. Like we could hear the ka-ching in her head.
No. That's not the vibe you're getting. You're getting
She's having a
I don't want to go
PTSD
back out
moment.
there.
Fortunate Son is playing in the background.
Yeah. I don't. Surely it wouldn't be necessary for us to personally leave the safety of the city.
I've got 30 drawers stuck in quarantine. I need you to help me get them out.
Yes.
Luce,
Well,
is Nadira still in the building?
Yeah, she's kind of hanging out at the door, just kind of
Uh,
baffled by all of this.
Lucius looks at Nadira, then looks down at the trank, and then just kind of like nudges his head towards Soap.
Okay, who's getting tranked?
I've
We
got
the second one out because I've got the one for Rick.
Oh, in that case, Lucius looks down at his medical bag, then to Soap, and then kind of nudges his head.
Nadira will stealthily head over.
I think Chrysopia, I think she's kind of like stun locked. I don't think she wants to say something, but she's just like,
We'd be happy to help.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh gods.
I'd hate to have to go and find another medical instructor.
Yeah. Chrysopia just looks kind of shell shocked as it like clicks for her that like the deal's been signed at this point.
He lets go of he lets go of Lucius's hand, and somehow there's like dirt under your fingernails after shaking his hand for that long. And he pulls out it's a checkbook, but it's like an actual checkbook. It looks pretty much like a notepad, and he just like flips a couple pages over, and he signs his name on there, and he writes out the check, and he tears it off, and he hands it to you. And he goes, "Here's a promissory note. Clan Balan will honor it." And he says,
Balan?
"Yeah, Clan Balan.
Blah blah blah.
Clan
Oh
Balan."
god. Oh god. I think the rage will let Rick overcome Stitch.
And just to be safe, these ships, they're quite reliable. Yes, they don't often get stranded.
The North
Get her while
makes
she's
the best.
distracted.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly grab a drink from his bag and hit Soap with it.
So just to be straight, because I was hearing parts of this. We got 4,000 for tuition, right?
We got 4,000 for teaching Eltamel how to be a doctor, and we're getting paid to go to the Astral Mining Rock to take a look at their medical issues.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I heard that, but thank you.
Yes.
And just to be clear, let's be absolutely certain, if one of these trips were to get stranded in the debris field, someone would come, yes? Someone would come after some amount of time.
Yes.
Don't worry, these ships only crashed once.
We
Can
wouldn't
this
be
be considered
there
a dagger?
for some amount of time. Whomp.
Yeah, essentially.
You'll have to forgive Chrysiopeia, she gets excited sometimes.
I like a lass
That
with a bit
seems
of
to be
fire in
a,
her.
I am assuming the Stitch and Rick thing is happening downstairs.
Yeah, I kind of dragged him back down the stairs a bit. Oh, there's your okay. I see. There's your athletics. All right.
Oh my god, yeah, I just put that together. That's why
Here
you're
we go.
flipping out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I can't do anything.
All right, Eltamel. Good luck, cousin. Learn well. Come back a better man.
Yes, yes, you as well.
He
I'm
does
sure you
the
have other things to do.
he does like the forearm clap with you. Pats you on the
Oh
back and
yeah,
then
good and
hurries off.
strong.
He's got like 6 other meetings today he has to do.
It's a good
Busy
thing we have a
dwarf, that
long
one.
staircase and Rick has short legs.
Yeah.
Good thing
No,
he's a
it's just
turtle.
after. Yeah, after the dude actually like gets out the door shut behind him, I want just my club hurtles out and just hits the door. Damn it!
But
Throughout the entirety of that conversation, mind you, there was a zombie just T-posing in the corner.
So after all of that, there's some heavy footsteps coming up the stairs, and another dwarf appears. He has gold hair, gold beard, his eyes are yellow, and he's just like, "Hey, I understand this is a clinic, but we've got work down there. Keep it down."
Hold the phone. Slight question here. So
Yeah.
the dwarves were down there working while your doppelganger had Tancred chained up to the wall?
All sorts of weird shit happens in this clinic.
They're getting
Yeah.
paid not to ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
in fact, it's specifically part of the contract, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the weavers from my Bastion in the basement.
They're remember we have the you have the tiers. You have the first tier in which you don't tell them shit, and you have the second tier that you only tell them shit after they've got blood on their hand.
That's right.
Oh.
That's how the cult works.
So who's this other guy? I kind of stopped being able to take in new information after I heard the first guy's name.
Oh, this is Dane Goldenthread. He's one of the weavers downstairs. The other two are Dane Goldenthread and Dane Goldenthread, his two brothers.
No, not this one. The other dwarf.
Each Dane is
Ah,
spelt differently.
Oh. Yes, exactly.
I would be Eltamil Holderheck. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm gonna just stomp past him and get my club. I'm gonna need this in a moment.
Meanwhile, Chrysippe is just mumbling in her sedated state, just, "They can't put me back. They can't put me back.
Lucius
I don't want
is
to go
just gonna-
back."
I ain't going back.
Lucius just walks over and picks her up and is like, "It's all right, Chrysiope. You have a nice nap." And he lays her down in one of the patient beds.
My, this is a delightfully strange group. My cousin was right.
Well, now we know what to threaten Chris Hilpea with if she ever gets out of hand.
Wow,
Jesus
that's what you
Christ,
took from that?
Nadira.
Jesus, that is dark.
No, I just
Hey.
watched you get triggered into a massive trauma problem. Well, I know what to drop if you decide to argue.
Filing that away for later.
You're fucking getting on Chrysipea's case for just like being a little bit liberal with other people's bodies. Jesus Christ!
I want to point out that didn't she tell Chris that there is no fate worse than death? I think we just saw it.
Yeah, there is, in fact, a fate worse than death. Chrysippe has been through it.
And she likes to pretend it doesn't exist.
So what do you guys do next? You got like the whole day ahead of you.
Yeah, I think I think at this point, Chrysippe, it was a fairly mild. So Chrysippe just sort of like warily, just like.
Oh, it would have only put her out for like a couple minutes to, just kind of take the edge off.
What?
A fantasy Xanax.
Where am I?
So, Eltamel, what can you tell us about this job we've got signed up for?
The job?
I've told him nothing.
Is the man gone? Where's my zombie? Zombie? And the zombie in the corner lurches towards her. Good. Minion. Secure.
Didn't
trust
even
you.
take the time. Didn't even take the time to learn the poor man's name.
Or come up with a new one.
Wow.
She doesn't
Some
name.
of us practice ethical necromancy.
Oh, come the fuck on! Don't even try and pull that shit with me.
My undead construct has a name and hobbies.
You're okay. Okay.
He does have a point.
Wow. Having learned this, I'm surprised Chrysiopeia doesn't refer to like me as Changeling, or as Nadira as Drow, or as Rick as Turtle.
I'm not going to give it a name. Are you daft?
The issue here, Lucius, is that she doesn't want to get attached.
Of
So,
course.
like, quick question: are you guys just having this conversation in the open?
Yeah, see, that's the
Hell
thing,
yes.
is that, like, Chrysopia is, like, the sedatives are still wearing off. She has no, like, she is not at all being guarded about the fact that she's openly talking about her own necromancy.
And I'm
l-
actively looking for a reason to have to silence a member of Big Smithing. So I am all for talking in public.
So Lucius is just gonna put his arm around Eltamel and be like, "Let's show you around the shop, shall we?"
Ah, yes, yes. I would love to see what my tasks will look like.
Yeah. So I quickly like pull him away from the patient bed where Chrysiopeia is recovering, and just start like kind of walking him around the clinic. You know, this is where we place all of our patients. This over here is the quarantine area. Here's the supply closet. And we go downstairs and like this is all of our storage area. This is my brother Tancred. He likes to paint. Say hi, Tancred. Tancred.
Oh, hello, you are a large chap.
Oh yes, we always used to joke that he got the brawn and I got the brains.
You guys are the same height before the incident. Like,
Yes.
So,
Tancred slowly waves one arm, and then he goes back to like painting whatever it is he's painting on the easel.
he's got a lovely eye.
Would you
His
like to roll to
bedside
notice if he
demeanor.
has two left hands?
I most absolutely would. Oh, let's see here. This would be perception, I do believe.
Don't be too off put by him. He's got lovely bedside demeanor.
see, it's smarter to pick the left hand because they have less wear on them.
I imagine that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty like I'm sure you'd notice looking at someone if they had two left hands.
Yeah, he's got two left
Let's
hands. One of his shins is longer than the other, so he has like a lift in one of his shoes to even him out.
It's good to see that you're helping your brother with his disabilities.
Yes, we've run into a couple rough spots, but he's very dear to me. I'd hate to think what would happen if I lost him.
Yes, I understand entirely, young sir. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I suppose you'd probably be younger than the dwarf.
Probably.
So, I guess let's get to work then, yeah? I've got things to
Yes.
do, things to learn.
Yeah. So, Lucius will walk him back upstairs. Is the sign still flipped to open?
Yep.
Perfect. So, Lucius will walk Eltamel over to the secretary desk and just start like showing him like what to do when a patient walks in. You know, take their name, where they live, their symptoms. Shows them the chart where all the like the bed chart where we like assign each patient.
Yeah, and I'll just start going about learning how to do this.
What is this? What are you doing with him?
He's here to work in the clinic to learn how to cure people and do surgery.
He's not going to learn anything doing that. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I had a bit of a, and she shoots a look at the rest of them. I had a bit of a sleeping spell.
Elves can sleep.
Sure.
We can be rendered unconscious in certain instances. That is a lesser known biological fact, one that I would be happy to impress on you in your studies. Given that I have been hired to produce a fully educated doctor out of you in a an unexplained time frame, you are going to have to,
Lucy just kind of narrows his eyes.
you're going to have to commit to your studies quite heavily and soon.
I'm sorry, out of the two of us, which one does most of the work in the clinic, actually healing people?
Chrysopia gives him she kind of gives him a smart look and just like, out of the two of us, which one of us is lapping the other in experience by literal centuries?
And you still couldn't perform surgery to save your life.
Excuse me?
You're the one that's always talking about consulting the stars and using these herbal remedies to try and heal things. I've actually put people back together.
Yes, I have. Yes, I'm talking about time-tested traditions that have worked since the dawn of time.
Don't listen to her. She's full of herself. I'll show you practical stuff.
No. You're going to show him a bunch of this newfangled technical logic. All right? No. The foundation of the true foundation of medicine is about feeling. It's about how do I put this? It's like a living thing, you know?
How about we make it a competition? Lucius already started teaching me. You can teach Eltamel? Is that the correct way to pronounce the name?
Yeah,
Oh boy, I
Eltimel.
can't. I cannot wait for Rick to suggest this to be the final test to be a contest to the death.
Yeah, and then it's just you can take on Eltamel as a student, Lucius continues teaching me, and then we see who's better at medicine.
The
By
physical
taking each
body,
other apart at the seams.
Lucius, I have told you this countless times. The physical form is but a microcosm of the great cosmos around us. You cannot possibly understand the flow of vital energies without without being open to the flow of cosmic energies throughout all of creation.
Here's a groundbreaking idea. Why don't you both teach him?
No, actually, I think he had a great. I think there was a grand idea presented. You have your apprentice. I'll take this one.
Oh, Lord.
Lucius just kind of like stops and just really considers if he wants to be around Rick for this amount of time. You know what? Sure,
You do.
why not? And then he just kind of looks to Eltamel and like pets him on the shoulder and goes, "When you want to learn real medicine, I'll show you the real thing."
You do have to consider Rick is going to be uniquely motivated for once.
True.
That is true.
I am
Oh,
really
no.
I am really enjoying the fucking two sides of the same coin here of that
Yeah.
that Cressiopeia is using magic to heal people and Lucius is using actual medicine.
Yeah.
and you
How-
two have probably taken the most wrong students for each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Now, Eltamel. Now, we're, of course, I've been told that you have no prior formal education. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that would be correct.
Well, that's no great bother. I myself am self-taught. Um,
You see
Are you-
Lucius cringe in the background.
Really?
do you tell me? Do you have any training in the arcane?
I uh, no. I fear I would be lacking in that particular set of skills, ma'am.
What? What class is Eltamel?
What does Eltonel look
well-
like? What's he holding?
Ultimel is he isn't currently wearing it, but on his pack that he has brought with him, he has a chain shirt, or a full-on set of chainmail actually rolled up. On his at his side, he has a war pick, hanging from his belt. He is wearing a hat that says C.H.A.M.P on it, which is the acronym for the company he works for. And he is rather large and burly and missing a finger on his left hand, his pointer finger specifically.
Nepotism at its finest.
Well, no matter. Everyone has to start from somewhere. Frankly, I would
Oh,
relish the frankly,
I did
frankly,
forget to mention he has a shield.
frankly, I would relish the opportunity to train an apprentice from
I-
scratch. It means your mind hasn't. All of the students in this city, their minds have been poisoned by the drivel they're teaching in that college.
Please tell me Eltamel is a fighter.
Ultimel is a fighter.
Yes.
Yes.
In any case, I have some elementary text that I can loan to you.
Nadira's gonna lean over to Lucius. She's gonna be insufferable for ages now.
Do you think there's a drop of magic in that guy?
Absolutely not.
I think this is going to be really funny that she's going to try and teach magical healing to someone who can't do magic.
Meanwhile, you got the
You're,
freaking ranger.
you're right. I am so excited to see this. Can you imagine the frustration it's going to cause her?
So, Rick, I guess it's time to show you how this place runs. And Lucius
Oh, yeah.
walks over and puts his arm around Rick and starts showing him around the clinic.
Oh wait, yeah, I never got an answer. Like, was it the body double or Lucius who handled the allergies?
That was the body double.
Okay, cool.
Well, hang on. Were we hired for something? My memory is
Yes.
a little fuzzy.
Oh
Yes,
yes.
Yes, we're going out to one of their mining operations to take a look at what sounds like an outbreak of a disease.
Ah, well, I suppose we should consider ourselves lucky that it's been naturally quarantined.
Yes, we have set up a quarantine site for those affected, out there in the debris fields.
Yes, the debris fields.
After showing Rick around, am just gonna be like, all right, Rick, sounds like we got a big job tomorrow. You and I are gonna go shopping for supplies. We'll be back later, guys. And I walk out of the scene with Rick to the marketplace to pick up supplies for our journey.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Uh,
Nothing bad has ever happened to anyone who left alone with Lucius. I follow.
The earliest ship out is probably going to be about 3 days from now.
Perfect. We're getting a head start on those supplies.
Yeah, Chrysopia, she's going through, she still has a sanctum set up at the clinic. You see her, she steps through here, yes, come here, through, yes, please, do not disturb the sigil on the floor. I never got a chance to solidify it. And she's just picking through a dilapidated, cobweb-ridden bookshelf. Just, here we go. Oh, here we are. She pulls out a massive, like 1,200-page tome, just like cloth-bound, and she picks it up and just, yes, here we are. Elements of the Arcane, third edition, authored by me.
Oh god, you're the
This-
professor that
that's
haunts their
just
own
like
books.
a college. That's just like a college course. How standard.
This is merely a collection of the lecture notes from the first 800, from the 100 through 800 courses that I normally offer. Now, I understand that it can be rather dense, but if you have any questions whatsoever, I am right here, and do consider me a resource. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, of course. Ooh, I need to get out of Chris and into this new guy.
Excellent. Oh well, of course that was only just one of several. And she digs through it again and just like, all right, well, we're going to have to start you with basic anatomy and physiology. She stacks 2 books. Of course, we want essential microbiology, stacks another book. And, oh, yes, ethics and medicine. And that one is by far the lightest of all of them.
This spine isn't even cracked.
Of course it is.
It's just like it's
It's-
basically a pamphlet.
It's actually just mostly credits to people who, like, kind of made the light suggestion that they should have some sort of a book on ethics.
We need to revoke Soap's degree.
Oh,
And
you think
because
somebody
she's
taught her to
great
be
for
like this?
ethics class? Clearly.
No.
Soap
Soap
comes
has
from
never-
a time before degrees.
No, there was degree, like there were universities in her time. The problem is that she never had an opportunity to study at one. She was already a social pariah by the time she was a teenager.
And, like, they probably didn't have ones that specifically looked into medicine.
Yeah, probably not. Yes. Just now. I'm going to. She pulls out like a little pad, like a little legal pad. I'm going to file you into this courses, the beginner and the intermediate. We're just going to cover most of the bases. You'll pick things up as you go. Yes.
By the way, the stack of books that you have handed him does look relatively unsteady in his grip. It's not like it's too heavy, it's more like he is having trouble keeping them situated in a way they stay balanced.
And she rips off a thing from the legal pad, hands it to you. Here's your course schedule. The address is at the bottom. You will notice that it is a crematorium. That I assure you, all will be explained in due time.
Of course, ma'am.
Excellent. I'll be happy to see you there.
Want to roll me the acrobatics check?
Which one of us? Me?
The one with 16 books he's trying to keep on a stack.
Me and my -2 dex.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
it anyway.
Praise Concy.
Does he have a 6 dexterity?
Yes.
He sure as fuck does.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Also,
she...
I misspoke. He does not have chainmail. It is oh shoot. It is actually
Full
splint
plate.
armor. It's splint armor.
Yeah, she leaves him aside. For the time being. Why don't you she she writes you she writes him a list of like other supplies that she that other like educational materials that for him to pick up, and you can bill those to the head office here at the clinic. Um, eventually she splits away from him, and she checks in with Stitch. What is Stitch up to?
I was about to ask that.
Well, I mean, Stitch has been watching in awe as book after book after book comes out, and he managed to hold on to it. But I'm not about the books, so if you're gonna teach me medicine, it's gonna be practical medicine.
You get your knowledge directly from the glory of Mayol.
Stitch, don't interpret this the wrong way. I don't think that you need any additional help. From what I've seen, you're already quite capable. But that's not what I wanted to speak to you about.
Oh, what's cracking?
How do we feel about Lucius?
Well, I don't know enough about the Arathi to know whether our goals are mutually exclusive. Don't know if he's got any tie into the Arathi beyond the obvious apparent connection. But if their goals and our goals can coexist, then I'm fine with it.
Chrysopia is she looks conflicted. It just doesn't seem safe to me to allow someone with divided loyalties in our most inner circle.
That's real
Right.
fucking rich.
Right. I mean, that's why we'll continue driving toward what matters, you know. Bringing the light of science to the masses.
All right. And
No matter the cost.
Chrysopia nods, and she puts a hand to her face, and you get this feeling that like she puts a hand to your face, and in this moment of like private contact between the two of you, for just a moment, she she sort of like lets this breath out, this shaky, like ragged breath out, and just I just don't know how much longer I can handle this. Everything that has happened, I just don't know.
It's been a week.
I just don't know who I can trust anymore. Stitch, I need to know that there is someone in our organization who understands the importance of what we are doing, and understands the importance of being on guard, the importance of doing what is right. I need you to I need there to be at least someone. God, someone. Someone that I can trust. I just need to know, Stitch. Can I trust you?
I swore an oath. I swore an oath to uphold the standards of scientific exploration and discovery, of bringing care to the people. Just a second, guys.
I think Principia, she has a moment where she seems conflicted again, and then her expression finally softens a little bit, and she goes, "All right, then it's you and me." Thank you. That is all. And with that, the mask is back on, and she returns to the main clinic.
You may want to say that again when Stitch is still listening.
I am here. I
Yeah.
Oh,
was
okay.
able to listen to most of it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Well, no, I'm not going to say that.
I have other stuff that I would like. That Chrisapia has stuff that she would like to do, but if anyone else wants to jump in here,
We got 3 days for you guys to do whatever the heck you
That-
want, as far as like downtime actions and stuff goes.
Yeah, and
Well-
then like, I'm just that puts us 6 days after getting the bastions.
What's up? Sorry, I was talking to myself.
he's asking how many have we completed a bastion turn yet? Basically,
Yes, you will get 1 bastion.
Okay, cool. Just because I feel like the healer's kits I can bring may in fact be relevant to the diseased community.
Yeah, they might be helpful.
I also have, I think, a health potion.
Hmm.
I think that's the one that I took or decided to do.
Nelly
have to
comes
look
back
at it
on the
again.
second day. We're just gonna fast forward through downtimes or whatever, and just take care of them
On-
all at the end.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
Unless he has some roleplay stuff you wanted to do still.
Well,
Uh,
on the first day, Nadira would have left the clinic and gone to Chris's Bastion. And she would have collected his little jar and all of his little trophies that he has hanging up on the wall, and put all of his trophies in the jar, and then she was going to go to the is it the Badlands?
Tribelands.
Tribelands.
Tribelands. Yeah. And take that to the Tribelands and find a nice place to bury it.
All right, you bury a jar with Knoll junk in it and some taxidermy.
It's more memorable than that.
No,
No,
it's
there's
literally
actually a
his
jar
junk.
of taxidermied null junk.
He
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
no.
preserved
he-
the genitals
It's
from
fine.
or KR22 and kept it in the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he in fact specifically dumped out other viable body parts from that jar to have a jar to preserve it with.
Yes.
It is a small memorial, thank you. Do not lessen my memorialness.
I'm just
Listen,
wondering, did you
he's-
put this stuff in a bag, or did you just travel across the city carrying the jar for all to see?
He's getting
Hey.
the
It's
memorial
under
he
my
deserved
cloak.
in life.
Hey, here's a question. Does any of us get a letter?
No.
Damn.
Why would we get a letter?
Because of the eulogists. The eulogists are the religion centered around the Crimson Flame, who is the actual god of death in Bastion. One of the things that they do as part of their like standard services to the dead is when somebody dies in Bastion and their soul is collected by the ghost block, they get one chance to write out write out a last message to someone, and the eulogist will deliver that letter to them.
I mean, I don't think any of us would have gotten the letter from Chris if Chris got to write a letter. It probably
have
would have
been
gone to
Nelly.
Nelly.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Nellie comes back on the second day. She looks exhausted. Her eyes are still red. She looks a little bit thinner. Her ears don't stick out quite so much. Her overbite is practically corrected, and she kind of just slinks off to her desk and sits down. Um, and the while she's sitting behind her desk, she just kind of like looks down in her lap, and she appears to be like fiddling with something in her hands.
Lucius, she came back to the clinic, yeah?
Yep.
Lucius is gonna look up from his paperwork and just be like, "Hey, Nelly, how you doing?"
Uh, I'm okay.
I think Nadira would, noticing Nelly, I think she would just be kind of quiet and then just come over and give her just kind of like an understanding hug.
As you come over to like hug her, you see like what she's fiddling with in her lap. She has what appears to be like a large predator's fang. It's almost like the length of the width of her palm. And do you know what Kinsegurity is?
Uh
It's like when pottery has been broken and they use gold to kind of glue it back together.
oh, yes.
This fang kind of looks like that, only it's like more of a brass.
Oh. That's an interesting thing, Nelly.
She kind of like grips it tight and like hides it when she finds out you've noticed it. She goes, "It's nothing."
Oh, I didn't mean to intrude. It looks very pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I didn't know that you did art stuff kind of like that.
I don't.
Oh, oh, okay.
I think Chrysopia barges in the door of the clinic. Just, oh, God's sakes, where's the text? I thought it had it in the library at the crematorium, but apparently, splitting my books between two different places is, and she sees Nelly.
Christopher just does a Kramer, like just get your junk.
Nelly, are you back to work?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you like to be?
Um,
You
yeah.
can take a couple more days off if you need it.
No, I need something
You
to
can take a
do.
lot of days off. We're about to be out of town for a little bit.
Someone's gotta be here to watch the place. Yeah,
Glad you're back.
thanks.
It's often helpful to stay occupied. If you'd prefer instead a distraction, I can certainly. There's certainly plenty of tasks around the crematorium that I could assign you to.
kind of like shivers a little bit. She goes, "No, that place gives me the creeps."
No.
No, I think the clinic will be more than enough.
I've been enough.
Must you be so insensitive?
She goes,
What?
I've been around enough, Ash. Thank you, though.
Chrysopia, her eyes kind of go wide, and then her face scrunches up as she suddenly realizes the gaffe that she made. I'm sorry. I didn't think.
Nope.
No.
I I'm sorry. I
Lucius is just gonna be like, well, Nelly, I heard the Golden Thread brothers got a hold of a dwarven romance novel the other day. I thought it might be up your alley.
No thanks.
If you go down there and ask them for it, I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you. It's Dane with a Y has it. I don't know. I get them mixed up all the time.
No, I'm good. I'll just keep busy. Thanks, though.
yeah, I think at this point, Crispia just grabs the books that she was looking for and sort of awkwardly shuffles back. She doesn't want to make this. She's worried she's going to make it even worse by talking again.
Nelly is a sad girl.
I think I will let Nelly know that, because I feel like she would understand that I kind of collected some of Chris's belongings and I took them to the tribe lands in a very nice location with some cool tribe land.
Give me a persuasion check, because she can take this very wrong.
Yeah, like, oh, cool. You just went in and cleaned his stuff out.
It's not terrible.
She doesn't get like enraged at you, but she's like, those weren't yours. Those weren't yours.
I know they weren't mine. But I felt like he deserved to be honored in even a small way. And that was my best option with what I had.
Done nothing.
I don't think that would have been right.
He's gonna miss it. He's gonna ask where his stuff went.
What?
Nelly? Nelly, he died.
Yeah?
He
Oh,
can't
no.
miss something
Oh.
dead.
Oh no.
He'll come back. I can get him back. No.
You can't bring somebody back from the dead.
You can in general.
So-
We specifically can't.
Lucius
in a room with Lucius.
Yeah, I was about to say, for the first time in his life, Lucius is gonna let that specific comment go.
To be fair, that's probably the first time in this life of Lucius's that specific comment has happened.
Yeah.
Fair
I said-
enough.
To
Nelly,
bring somebody back, you do need a pound of flesh, right?
you need their soul. Nelly grips the fang, like up to her breast or whatever, and she goes, "You
Oh
don't,
no!
you don't know anything."
God. Well, okay, great. So the person who knows what's going on bounced.
You're right. I don't.
No, I
don't
know as a
understand, Nelly.
no, I know as a player what happened.
Yeah, yeah,
But-
yeah. Oh, I'm saying Chrysopia would absolutely have clocked what is going on.
What exactly are you saying, Nelly?
So you don't know, right? And he's gonna miss that stuff. You shouldn't have touched it.
Well, I didn't destroy it. There is a grave marker, and I know where it's at. And if he comes back, then I guess we can go out and get it. It's in his jar. So nothing's gonna hurt it. I didn't break the glass.
It's just out in a field rotting.
No! Nelly, no!
Hey,
Chris
Zach.
preserves things.
Zach,
Yeah.
what role is it to know that the brokers exist?
It's a religion check. Oh, hey, you know the
Oh,
brokers
nice roll.
exist.
Oh, Lucius knows what happened too.
Yeah.
So Lucius goes like really, really still, and he like takes a few minutes to breathe and kind of settle himself. And then like he very gently like puts his hand on the desk and says, "Nelly, what did you give them?"
Nothing.
What? What is that in your hand?
Nothing. Don't ask about it.
Nadira is very confused. She has no idea what's going on.
Uh, n- mm,
See, Nelly would know because she reads all those books.
Yeah.
Specifically,
yeah, she would.
reads Aberforth's books.
Yep.
And he definitely would have a book.
Still a problem. Yes.
About a time that they went and did that.
We will never escape the shadow of this man.
So Lucius just kind of like looks down at the fang and just kind of like exhales slowly, and he's like, "All right, Nelly, if you need any help, just let us know."
Okay.
So then Lucius just kind of like puts his arm around Nadira and is like, "Hey, Nadira, could you help me downstairs really quick? I think Tancred spilled some of his paint."
I mean, Nadira would be looking at Nelly very concerned. Like, she's like, this girl's mental state is like gone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
she's like, she looks at Lucius and then she looks back to Nelly and she's like, what? I guess?
Yeah, paint, whatever.
No, so Lucius takes Nadira downstairs and is just like, "Look, if I'm right about this, that fang is Chris's soul." So you know the ghost block. You know no living thing can go through there. If you walk in,
Yeah.
if any living creature goes in there, they die.
Yeah.
There are stories about if you go to one of the gates, there are these creatures that show up called brokers. And if you are willing to pay them something, they will go into the ghost block and fetch a soul for you.
You mean Nellie went and got Chris's soul?
I'm a little hazy on the details, but what stories I've read have said that when the soul is brought out, it it takes a physical form that is modeled after what the person basically was in their life. That that fang looked like it would have been broken and then remade with, was it brass filigree?
Yeah.
Brass filigree. Chris had been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Specifically, it appears to be like a beast's fang, not a dragon's fang.
Oh. Mm.
Something like what a knoll would have.
But she can't actually bring him back. Right?
Nadira, I cannot believe I am about to say this. We need to talk to Chrysiopeia.
Yeah!
Oh
Some,
god.
somewhere, Chrysopia just like she's walking back to the clinic, and just all of a sudden, a shining of light comes down from the star. And it's just like I just feel that somehow somebody needs me to lecture them.
She sneezes so hard her nose starts to bleed. Like,
Meanwhile, Ultimel is just at the crematorium waiting for Chrysiopeia to get back because she told him to meet him there.
I
Meet her
cannot
there.
I
Just
cannot wait for Zoro to have made this whole new character. We're like, nah, fuck it, we're getting Chris back.
It wouldn't be the first. We've had short-lived characters before.
Nelly did the hard part.
Yeah. Now it's just finding someone to cast what, reincarnate?
Reincarnate's not hard to get a hold of.
I mean, it's not a cheap enough spell that a secretary's pay rate is gonna pay for it.
Nope, which is why she hasn't fucked off the rock yet.
So, Nadira, could you run out
No.
and go grab Chrysiopeia really quick, and I will go upstairs and keep an eye on Nelly.
You guys did just get paid 4K gold.
Oh no!
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zoro. I don't know how much you invested in this character.
This is fine. He will still exist.
Yeah, he'll
It's not
still
like
exist.
he's going to go away.
Heck, Chris can
And
still
it's
have
not
his
like
happily
there's
ever after.
NPC.
Depending on what if they go the reincarnation route, Chris might still have his happily ever after on that boat with Nelly.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not like Chris doesn't have plans to fuck off if he comes back.
Yeah.
I guess I can go get her, but I'm not telling her what for.
You can just send a sending instead of having to make the trip there and back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna send a sending.
Okay.
And be like, Soap, we need you at the clinic, please.
Also, looking at reincarnate, if we're going off of the 2024 one, if he gets reincarnated, it's basically guaranteed that Chris gets his happy ending because Noel is not on the species list.
Correct.
Um. Yeah. Can we, while we're doing this, can we just quickly, like, maybe cut to what Chrysopia has been doing these past couple days?
Yeah, sure.
So, now that she finally had a moment to breathe without any major crises going on, the first thing that she did was she put out an ad for a telepath.
Oh. Well, those are pretty easy to come across. There's a district full of them.
Yeah.
God, she hears that Chris dies, and the first thing she does is go against his wishes.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll say Thrycreen shows up.
Excellent. Yeah, she brings the Thrycreen into the yes, just here. I will bring out the individuals. Just wait here, please. And she brings out the two brains in jars that she rescued.
The Thrycreen kind of like stands at its full like 7-foot height and like tilts its head at like a 45-degree angle. Is very confused by brains in jars.
These are patients of mine. They were rescued from some very dire circumstances. I believe that they are alive. I just need to know if they are conscious.
The Thrycreen gets down on all fours and peers deeply into where the eyes of the brains would be. And just kind of like skitters about the room, like left and right, inspecting each of the brains. And then it looks at you and it goes, "The minds are whole, but they rest."
Oh, that is quite a relief. Thank you. Thank you. That is all that I require. Yeah, so I think, I think we can say that that's the moment where she gets the sending. It just goes, yes, I have another appointment, so, yes. And she heads to the clinic. And she arrives, and she flags down Lucius. It just, or she flags down Lucius. Nadira, send for me.
Yes. So we may or may not have a situation. And unfortunately, it is out of my area of expertise.
You
Uh,
see, there is just a little crease of an expression at the corner of her mouth that is creeping up her face. Just, you mean to tell me that you require my input?
I have tranked you once before. I will do it again.
Sorry, I just wanted to hear it from your voice.
Oh yes. I have tranked you once before. I'll do it again.
You know what? I'm not going to ruin this victory. What is it that you required consultation on?
Yes, taking a victory out of a potentially catastrophic situation, right in your wheelhouse. Anyway, what if someone were to want to reincarnate something? What would that entail?
Reincarnate? Well, I mean, it depends on the particular relationship that a certain plane of existence had to the cycle of life and death. I mean, there are planes where reincarnation is the default state of the traversal of souls. Bastion is not one of them.
Lucius reaches into his pouch and pulls out a trank.
Well, hey, I am answering your question. You're going to have to be more specific.
All right. what do you know about the brokers in the ghost block?
Well, the ghost block, I have heard of it. It was a, I don't understand, it wasn't there the last time I was in Bastion. It seems to be a rather new addition.
Okay.
Just, uh, what, what does Chrysopia know about the ghost block?
Roll that beautiful beam
what-
footage.
What check would you like for that?
Arcane or no religion, just religion.
Religion, okay.
Ooh. You know pretty much whatever's in the book. 22 is a good roll.
Yes, the ghost block. I understand that Bastion has been bereft of a proper god of death for quite some time. It seems that one finally filled the role.
Yes. Um. Do you know about the brokers?
Yes,
Okay.
I have heard that there are some ways in which an individual could barter for a soul.
Perfect. That saves me the time of explaining things.
Wait a minute, you're not
I
saying...
I believe that Nellie may have Chris's soul in her possession.
Oh, well, that is truly something. What did she trade for it?
She said she gave them nothing, but from
I
everything
don't...
I've read about the brokers, that doesn't happen.
No, you are absolutely correct in that. If she's saying that she gave... From what I understand, they will accept nothing less than your most prized sentimental possession.
I
Oh no.
And there are very few limits on what they can physically take. There are, from what I have heard, there have been reports of some individuals losing memories, personality traits, even connection, even abilities, anything.
so while Nadira and I were talking to Nellie, we noticed that she had a bestial-looking fang with brass filigree, and she was talking to Nadira as though Chris was coming back.
Oh,
I I try not to jump to conclusions too quickly, but all the clues to me are pointing that she has Chris's soul and she plans on bringing him back somehow. I know of being able to reincarnate people. I need your knowledge of the arcane to tell me if there's anything else she could do with it.
well, to my understanding, I'm going to assume that this is like fairly rudimentary, like knowledge of this subject. But like, if you want me to make a check, go ahead and stop me. From my understanding, true resurrection, the rebinding of a soul to a new physical form in the material plane, there are only two proper means by which to do this. The oldest religions, those which share a spiritual connection primarily to the primal forces of nature, they have been reported to, on some occasions, utilize that connection to, yes, reincarnate. The other option, of course, it would be through any individual who has a strong enough connection to a deity to, well, bind the soul back into a mortal form again. But in either case, that is an incredibly potent form of magic. Frankly, with the relationship that Bastion has to the outer planes, I'm not even sure if there's anyone available who would have that sort of magic available. I know there are pockets of hallowed ground in which divine magic is still possible.
The only beacon well known enough that would be able to do such a feat would be Grand Grand Arbiter Augustine III, who's the current leader of the Church of Zazakiel.
Yes.
He's the only publicly known one, and the Church of Zazakiel ain't bringing anyone back to life.
Yeah. Well, the church authorities are, of course, anathema to any form of necromancy, and no matter how well-intentioned it might be, resurrecting the dead is, in fact, a form of necromancy. So, I suppose, if you wanted to find someone, you would have to find a particularly powerful druid.
Lucius just kind of like looks down for a second, like some gears are turning, and he's so. Would there be any negative side effects to this? And what would it require?
Chrysopia thinks for a moment. I think this is like far enough outside of her expertise. Like it is a totally different source of magic. I think she would like need to make some kind of check.
This would be nuts. Give me like a religion or a nature check.
Oh, I did an arcana, but we can go religion. Oh,
Oh, it's the same.
Please,
It's the same result
Concy.
either way.
damn.
Praise Concy.
The primal forces that a druid communes with do not have quite the same relationship to druidic magic, though of course I'm not an expert. It revolves around an acceptance of the changing of things, yes? Not letting your attachments to impermanence define you. Nature is an ever-evolving and ever-changing thing. Creatures die so that others may live. One creature is slain so that another feeds. One creature rots so that the plants have nutrients. Yes?
Yes.
To my understanding, a druidic reincarnation can bind a soul back to a body, but it will not be the body that they had originally. It will put his soul into some new creature. It could be almost anything. He could come back as a halfling, as an elf, something
Dragonborn?
stranger. Possibly a dragonborn. Hell, he could even come back as a changeling. I suppose that would solve his problem.
If he were, hypothetically speaking, brought back in such a way, would any would it essentially be being reborn into something new, or would some old elements linger, like just throwing this out there, the influence of a particular god?
Hmm.
Reincarnation would reborn him completely. Like if he were to be hit with a
Oh, yes.
resurrection spell from
Yeah.
that point on, he would be that thing.
Yes, no, like I know that. I need to know. Lucius needs
I'm
to know
saying
this.
Chris rolled a fucking 20. She knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he were reborn as something other than a gnoll, then yes, it would break his connection to the demon that created his race. He would be immune to the call. Oh, I suppose that means he would be able to leave.
Reincarnation is kind of like a brute force tool for like breaking curses and shit. It beats vampirism. It beats lycanthropy. It beats a whole bunch of shit.
It's hard to
So-
beat a factory reset on fixing
Yeah.
shit.
You see the gears turning in Lucius's head some more, and like he kind of like he looks like he's starting to get a little more animated. So this is a question for I suppose the DM. That 4,000 gold we were paid to train Eltamel, was that was to the organization, yeah?
It was written to the mending.
Okay.
This is a question. Who among us has the authority to disperse the company bank account?
Anyone who's an officer.
We are a collective, so it would need to be the group.
Any
So
officer.
Lucius, you're not. Are you considering attempting to aid her in this endeavor?
Chris was one of us. He didn't deserve to go out like that.
No, he didn't.
I'm assuming we know, like, with Chrysiopea's knowledge, we know the rough cost of a reincarnation.
That's I think that's more like street knowledge, really.
Well,
than
and I
anything.
mean, like, I as a player know it's like what 1,000 gold.
Well, yeah, she knows the material cost. She doesn't know what someone would charge to cast it.
Yeah.
But
Her
she
she
knows
isn't
it's
she isn't going to be looking for someone to pay to do it. She's going to be looking for someone to like force to do it. Like she has no delusions that she's going to save up 1,000 fucking gold.
She doesn't need to save up 1,000 gold.
She doesn't know that. Her current quest is to find a powerful enough spellcaster somehow and then like beg them for help.
yeah.
Chris, I know you and I have had our differences.
Oh Lord.
And
Don't
I
start
have-
with this.
I have no right to ask you this.
you
Would
want to
you-
give
would
want
you
to give
be-
her the money, don't you?
Yes.
You understand. You understand how much money that is. Hell, we
I'm
could,
not.
we could
I'm
build
not-
we could build an entirely new wing to the clinic. We could expand our operations, save dozens, if not hundreds, more lives a year.
So funny thing,
And
the cost of a spellcasting does not cover the cost of the components. Reincarnate also costs an additional 1,000 gold. It's gonna be 2,000 gold to bring Chris back. I gave you 4.
And we're about to get paid more, although you can't hear me say that.
You get the feeling like Chrysopia isn't saying no, but she's hearing you out. But you can see some consternation on her face. I just think that you should consider
if we're not willing to look after our own, then why are we doing this?
we are doing this to help people. We are doing this to heal and to save lives. You are a doctor, yes? You are familiar with the concept of triage.
Yes.
When resources are limited, you give it to those. You apply it in those places where you can you can achieve the most effect. Do you think that bringing do you think that bringing back a man who has reached his final end, do you think that is the best use of those incredibly scarce resources? And I am asking you this honestly. I don't care genuinely, one way or the other, what your answer is. I just want you to tell me that that is truly what you believe.
Yeah, he hasn't reached his end. He's a tooth. I want you to look at me again. Look at me and ask me again if I think someone should be left dead.
Ah, hmm.
She already has his soul. He's not resting.
Chrysopia considers this, and in particularly, it occurs to her. You can see that there's some gears turning in her head. It occurs to her, if she has his, if he is not willing to come back, then it's going to be a failure anyways.
I'm not asking you to give up. I'm willing to give up the entirety of my share to fund it. I'm not asking you to give up the entirety of yours. We can go to everyone else and see if we can take just a small amount out of this. But he deserved better than to be turned into that thing and incinerated.
All right. All right. Yes, I agree. We'll bring him back.
Cool. So I'm gonna put out a sending to Stitch, and it was Rick in the shop.
That's up to Rick.
So
Nadir
I'm
is
gonna
downstairs watching Nelly.
so I'm gonna put out a sending to anyone who isn't in the shop to meet us in the shop.
Nellie's been sitting at since Nadir's been watching her. Nellie's been sitting at her desk upstairs.
Not
Kind
okay,
of
yeah.
kind
Sorry.
of shuffling papers around. Not really like looking at them real hard. Um, uh, Occasionally she'll like pick up her pen and like scribble something on one of the papers, but like she's not really getting anything done.
Does that seem suspicious to me?
I mean, does it?
I think that would seem suspicious to me because she's like the whole reason our paperwork is probably organized.
Yeah. No, she usually does a hell of a good job.
While everyone is like getting assembled, while Chrysopia still has like a moment in private with Lucius, she says to him, while we have a moment to speak, did I understand that you had intended to take Tancred to have the mask applied to him?
I've been considering it. I know my brother is in there somewhere.
I understand that I have been insensitive to your loss, and I am sorry. As I have said, I am familiar with the mask. It's quite an ancient artifact. It frankly, it even predates me. You understand probably better than I do that the effects of the mask can be rather unpredictable. For truths to be revealed is often reveals things that we would rather not. And I just want you to know that whatever happens, it will be irrevocable. and I just think that you should consider that option very carefully. I don't want to see you get hurt again.
Lucius nods once, and then just, I appreciate the concern. Let's get back to the clinic.
She nods and waits for the others to arrive.
I think Nadira would have came over and begun trying to help Nellie get
Give me a
some
perception check.
paperwork done.
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Okay.
praise Concy.
Oof!
Okay.
Concy.
Consi giveth, Consi taketh away.
Yeah. You're kind of doing it for her. And
I'm
she's
just kind of
she's getting like
this is how I'm supposed to fill this out, right?
she kind
And
of
like
like half
explaining
glances at
what
it. She like half glances at it and she goes, "Yeah, that looks right."
and I Nadir just kind of takes her non-committal, non-understanding tone as she's still really sad.
Yeah, she's still pretty sad.
And Nadira will continue trying to help her do the paperwork until Lucius or somebody else comes and grabs her.
Okie doke.
I assume you guys did not call for the new guy.
No, we did.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he'll show up.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, why not?
This is
Yeah,
this is some prime doctoring you're about to do.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
golden learning opportunity.
Hey, I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
It's kind of a private thing.
the like
They're
Chris
gonna
B
be
was
like, you
"I'm
need
gonna
to
give you-"
watch this. This is the apex of doctoring, and then just show a druid casting reincarnate.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the apex of doctoring. Now watch. The wizard and the literal surgeon being like, yeah, we can't do this shit.
yeah. no, yeah. We have a literal soul here. I mean, come on. I mean, what an educational opportunity.
Meanwhile, he's over here thinking, I'm pretty sure we've paid for them to do this before.
I mean, come on. I mean, we've got plenty at this point. We've got plenty of corpses for the students to start to learn from. But imagine if we could dissect a soul.
Oh my god, soap.
Well, not
Those are
this-
inside thoughts. Those are inside thoughts.
Well, not this one, obviously. We would have to get another one.
So,
No!
Sending students to go talk to the brokers.
so I'm assuming everyone shows up.
I am enrolling Soap in an ethics class at the college.
She does
I-
have an ethics book.
You,
Soap,
you
Soap
think
already
they
has-
teach ethics at the College
Yeah.
of Staves?
I was about to say, please explain to me where you think someone is teaching an ethics class in Bastion.
Not happening.
It's an exchange program.
It takes
Cool.
a while for Stitch to show up. He gets there like a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours after getting the message.
Wow.
Okay.
Aberforth was the ethics teacher.
That explains a lot.
No, yeah.
So, as everyone finally comes together, Lucius kind of steps into the middle of the room and is like, alright, I know we have this important job coming up, and I know we just got a very big payday for taking on our newest student here. We haven't paid out the money yet. I'm going to be doing that here soon, but I have something to put forward to all of you. It's going to require a bit of explanation. And I'm going to be like, Nellie, can you come here really quick?
She gets there, but not really quick.
That's fine. Does she still have like the fang, or has she put it somewhere else?
She has it. She's not holding it where you can see it.
Okay. So she traded her move speed. So Chrysiope and I have been talking, and I understand that money, the money that we were paid, could do a lot of good for this organization. We could put another wing onto the clinic. We could get more beds, hire on more people, a whole bunch of stuff. An opportunity has been made aware to me and Chrysiopeia and Nadira that I would like to put forward for your consideration. Chris suffered something horrible and met a terrible fate. And I believe we have an opportunity to correct that. And then he's gonna turn to Nell. Chrysiope and I have talked it out. It's gonna take about, if we're correct, about half of the money we were paid. I am willing to put forward all of my share into it. I'm asking the rest of you guys to throw in a little bit to cover the rest.
Nadira will instantly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need my money. Paper's not that expensive.
Chrysopeia gives a little wry grin at that. He died believing that he was a monster. And I don't know if I could live with myself knowing that there's a potential that we could correct that misconception.
I mean,
with Nadira and oh, I mean, if Jeff, go ahead, Stitch. I'm sorry.
My vote is pay for it and then divvy up the money we earned. You don't have to take it all on yourself. Do the right thing no matter the cost, right?
Chrysopeia nods, and I would be all right with that as well.
Everyone else good with that?
Sure.
Perfect.
And then Chrysopeia is going to lean in close to Elton. What was his name?
Eltonel.
Eltimel. Now, Eltimel, you understand that this is technically an act of necromancy, yes? Surely.
Yeah. He looks
Surely.
up from the book that you had. He looks up from one of the books that you had given him the other day. The thinnest one that is not the ethics one, because that's the one he read first. Because he is not trying to read through these thick books. And he's like, what? What do we... Huh?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. We're going to involve you in a very special mission, one that I think that will strengthen your loyalty, strengthen your education.
Fantastic!
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. And she as she walks, she just mutters under her breath, he'll have blood on his hands soon enough.
He looks absolutely relieved he gets to do something that is not reading one of these books.
Yep. Need to get that boy his blood on his hands as quickly as possible.
Perfect.
The Guardian, which is the deity that Clan Holderheck mostly follows, doesn't give two shits about necromancy. the Guardian only cares about strength and using that strength to protect those without it.
So, with that in mind, uh, I'm going to. Lucius turns to Nelly and says, Nelly, if you're aiming to do what I'm pretty sure you're going to do, and that fang is what I think it is, we would like to go with you and help you get Chris back.
Her eyes are like tearing up. She's like, how are you going to do that?
Between, well, mostly due to Chrysiopea's knowledge, we know of a way that will use that object to bring Chris back. It will be his soul, but he will be back in a different form, but it will be Chris.
Okay, but how?
Is Christopher present for this?
Yeah,
Uh,
we're all in the middle of the clinic.
okay. Uh, there are divine resurrection is of course out of the question. You're never going to get the cooperation of the Church of Zazakil, but uh, there is forms of druidic magic that could potentially bind that soul back to a new mortal form. It will be very costly, however, but we are willing to help. Riz was one of us.
You're going to seek the aid of the Tenders of Elos?
Oh god, are we? I can't go there. They're gonna smell the necromancy on me from a mile away.
I
Where
mean, you
else would
don't
you
have
go?
to actually go there. We can do it.
Uh,
I can do it.
yeah, you can now. You know what? Actually, I think I will go. It would be very interesting.
Um, what what if it doesn't work? Do we get another shot? Or is that it?
The only, as far as I'm aware, the only thing that could cause this spell to fail is if it were purposefully interfered with by some individual, some powerful enough individual, which I find rather hard to believe, or if Chris's soul did not wish to return to this plane of existence. And frankly, if that is the case, then I'm afraid that's all we can do. A soul must rest where it wishes to rest. You cannot bring it back against its will.
Nelly's pupils constrict to the point where like they might as well not exist. And she begins taking like rapid short breaths. And she starts clutching at something under her shirt. And it's like the fang. She's tied some wire around it and made it a necklace. And she's just like panting and holding on to it. She's having a panic attack.
Oh, all right. What? Everything all right?
He hated it here. What if he doesn't want to come back?
He did. However, I came to understand that the two of you were trying to
Nelly,
potentially leave. Yes.
did he send you his eulogy thing?
What? No.
I don't know if that's the right word for it.
I
They're
don't think
called the
there is.
eulogists.
Yeah.
She goes, no.
He.
She actually got there before he was actually processed. She beat
Oh.
the eulogists to him.
Oh. Um.
She snatched me
I-
up before they even knew I was there. That's how you get someone out of hell.
Nelly. I understand that it can be quite daunting to confront.
She's having a panic attack. You're gonna have to make some kind of skill check to calm her down before like anything works.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me. I got a negative. I got an 8 charisma.
No, she did not make a skill check necessarily.
I mean, you could hit her real good, I guess.
No.
I mean, this is the calm
Will she
emotion
make a
spell.
DC save? Yeah, I was gonna say, will she make a DC save 15 charisma?
You don't have to do a saving throw for that. It'll just work. If you want to blow
Alright.
calm emotions on her, it'll work.
I'm gonna put calm emotions on her. I'll help her calm down.
Yeah, her breathing like immediately calms down.
I'm quite confident that he will want to come back. I believe that you have given him something that he would want to live for.
Okay. Hope you're right.
Chrysopia kind of gives a sort of a sad smile and just says, "You're just going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust the experts on this one."
She cracks like a half smile, and she goes, "When do they get here?"
That's a good one.
Calm emotions is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you'll be fine. We'll get all this sordid business sorted out, and well, everything will be back to normal.
Okay. Yeah, normal. Back to normal. And we'll call it there, unless people really want to keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I'm good.
Good to keep going or good to end it?
Good to end it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good to end
Alright.
it.
I'll beat you guys next week then.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Alrighty.
Good session.
Good session,
Woo!
guys.
Good session.
Yeah.
Good
We
night,
talked a
good
lot and did
session.
absolutely nothing.
Hey,
That's
it was
how
talking about?
God have-
We're
I
planning. We're
disagree.
planning next week's session.
it was a
Yeah.
This was already going to be a consequences session. We have the next mission we have the next mission laid out, and you have something else you're doing. We got lots done.
No. Yeah, no,
Perfect.
I'm not complaining. Lucius asked Chrysopia for advice. I'm on top of the world right now.
Okay. Bye bye.
See you, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye.